everyone, it's Miss Cheryl at Sacred Heart Montessori, and we are going to try another addition with our golden bead cards today. So make sure you have your place value cards all set up like that with your ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. If you need to, pause right now to get those set up. And then we need our golden bead cards. We have our ones, our unit beads. We have our tens, our 10 bars. We have our hundreds, our 100 square cards, and our thousands, our 1,000 cube cards. And I'm leaving these here just so it's easy for you to see what comes next. All right, so let's look at our addition equation that we're going to try today and see if we can read the first addend. Remember, addends are the numbers that we join together to make our sum, which is the bigger quantity. All right, so we'll look at the first addend. All right, and we know we have the ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So we always start reading over here on the left in the thousands place. So we have 3,000, 600, 410, 1. Okay, so we're going to get out the place value cards for 3,000, 600, 410, 1. If you want to pause the video right now so you can see it, you can. And I'll get out mine too. So pause the video if you want to. All right, so I'm going to get out these cards. 3,000, 600, 410, 1. And we will now form this quantity with our golden bead cards. So how many units do we need? Just one. And we'll label it. Okay, so make sure you have out one unit bead card. Next are tens. We need 4 tens. Ooh, that'll make a 4 square. 4 tens. And we label it. Okay, do you have your 4 tens? You can always pause the video if you need more time. 4 tens. Now our hundreds. We need 6 hundreds. How will we make that? 6s, 5, and 1. 2, 5, and 1. Now we have 600. And last we make our 1,000 cubes. So we need 3,000 cubes. 1, 2, 3,000s. And we'll label it. Now we're ready to make our second quantity, our second addend. Let's see if we can read it. So we're going to read the bottom number now. So we start with the thousands. 2,000. Hey! There's a 0. That means we don't have any hundreds. Just 2,000, and then we can skip the hundreds. 310, 5. So we don't even have to say 0 hundreds. We just skip it. So we go 2,000, 310, 5. Do you want to pause the video and get this quantity with your place value cards? All right, now I need to get it 2,000. No hundreds. 310. 5. Okay, so we'll start with our 5 units. I'm going to make 5 pyramids so I know how many it is without counting. And I like to leave some space between my two quantities. Let me tilt this so you can see it better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll label it 5 ones. Now our tens. We need 3 tens. So 3 tens. And we label it. No hundreds, so we're going to leave an empty space right here, and then we'll do our thousands. 2 thousands. And label the thousands. Okay, do you have your second add-in set up? 2,000, 3, 10, 5. All right, pause the video if you need more time. But if you're ready, we can start getting ready to join our quantities. Okay, so let's remember our first add-in here is 3,600, 410, 1. Put that over here. I'll put it beside this quantity. And our second add-in is 2,000, 0 hundreds, 3 10, 5. But we're not going to keep these two quantities. These are our add-ins. We're going to flip them over because we're going to make a new quantity. We're going to join these together and find out what the sum is. So, remember this is our plus sign for addition. It tells us to join the quantities together. All right, so let's see how many units we have. We had 1 in our first add-in, and we have 5 here. Hey, we know what 5 and 1 is. 6 is 5 and 1. So we're going to get the card for 6 ones. I'm just going to slide these up here, the one down below. 6 is 5 and 1. We have 6 unit beads. All right, let's look at our tens. So we had 4 here, and we're adding 4 what? 4 tens, and we're adding 3 tens. So there's 5, 2. Now we have 7 tens. 7 is 5 and 2. 7 tens. So we'll get the card for 7 tens. Can you find your card for 7 tens? 7 tens. And now we will join our hundreds. So we have 600 here and 0 hundreds here. So we still have 600. We have a little bit of a problem because we already used our 600 card for our first quantity, so we don't have another one, do we? So we're just going to need to remember that this is 600. Do you think we can do that? I think we can. All right, all we have left is our thousands. So we had 3,000 here, and we're adding 2 more. So now we have 5 thousands. We can get the card for 5 thousands. All right, you know what? I'm going to borrow back the 600 because that will make this easier for us to read. All right, so now we have our sum, our new quantity. Let's read it together. We have 5,600, 710, 6. 5,600, 710, 6. We did it. We just did our addition. And if we want to, we can use our cards. You know what? I'm going to borrow. You all don't have 2 sets at home, but I'm going, just so I can show you what it would look like, I'm going to borrow another 600 card so that we can complete our quantity. So we started with our 2 add-ins. We started with 3,600, 410, 1. And we added this quantity with no hundreds. 2,310.5. So we joined those together and we found out that that equals this quantity, 5,607.6. And we call that addition. So now what I would like for you to do is try doing one all on your own. Do you think you're ready for that? I think you are. So you can choose one from the papers that we sent home with you. And you know what? If you're not sure where your papers are, I'm going to show you a different one you can try. And you can just have somebody write down the numbers for you. Or you can try writing it down. But it might be easiest if someone else writes it down. So you can either do one on the paper that we sent home on those first couple pages, or you can do this equation. So you can pause the video for someone to write it down. And then I want you to let me know how it goes. If you think this is still pretty tricky and you'd like us to do some more practice together, or if you feel like you've got this and you're ready for something more challenging. Okay, so let me know what you think. If you feel like this is making a lot of sense or if it still feels pretty challenging. All right, I hope you enjoy it.